Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
And I'm JayTrent.
I forgot to turn on my room light, and it looks like I'm doing an interrogation. Um, but today, Jamae, would you like to bring up the topics that you posted? Because I did not have them. This
Yeah.
looks insane.
Maybe cut the light on.
Yeah, I need to
You
go
do
do
look
that.
like you're in jail. This is not good.
Who did it and why?
Today we're gonna talk about how LA and Golden State have played each other like damn near 5 times, and the Fever and Atlanta have played each other 5 times. I'm so sick and tired of seeing both of them. Um, so WNBA scheduling. The Dream and the Fever have now lost to the Connecticut Sun. So twins. Um, and Leah Rue, we mentioned it last week, but Leah Rue has requested a trade. There have been some talks about, there have been some chatter that 4 teams have reached out to Seattle. Nobody has said which teams those were yet. Um, so we'll get into who we might think that will be. Um, So yeah, let's start with this
Did y'all
scheduling.
see did y'all
Oh,
see the question in the chat?
um, Ghost, we will not be engaging in that conversation. Because I
I
am
don't even.
actually a hater of one of them. So I would like not to
No,
be.
the only thing I want to say is people was like, "Oh, Satou been doing a lot of yapping lately," and my response was, "Lately, like she kind of always been she kind of always been talking like
Bruh.
that's kind of been her thing."
I knew she was never gonna beat the allegations when fucking Camilla squared up on her. Well, when Camilla pushed her in that fucking Olympic game. Like the game was on the line. Like Brazil was finna beat them. And I don't know what Satou said, but Camilla pushed the fuck out her. And that cost them the game low key. I know they was pissed though. I know they was pissed. Germany ain't get too far anyway, but I know she was pissed. She ain't been on I ain't been on her side since. I ain't gonna lie. Cause what did you say to that lady? Did y'all see the video though that
Okay,
Phoenix put together?
they so messy. They
There
so,
might there. I
Oh.
know. I know. If
like
we quote a lot the classic. Think of the messiest person that you know. It's a
It's
man,
a
ain't it?
man.
But
It is.
I think there might not be a messier group than WNBA admins. Like if we're talking about individual people, it might be men running out of count. I don't know, but still,
It
WNBA
be men
admins.
behind them accounts.
There, there
Be
may
clear.
never be a pettier group of people running a sports account. Like I don't like the way that like accounts for things have been humanized in a way. Like once Wendy started doing whatever they started doing at Burger King, now I don't like that stuff. But the WNBA admins, they're probably the only group of people that I'm like, you do what you got to do because it is very entertaining when it works.
I'm screaming.
But
I did.
back to the scheduling thing. So this is what it reminded me of. Seeing the because I saw a tweet that said it feels like the Dream and the Fever have played each other 5 times already this season. And it does feel that way. I think I think we've played what, three
Three.
times in the regular season and one preseason game,
Yeah.
but we're like 10 games into the season. And it is kind of wild for that to be the case. It reminded me of something that happened this season in baseball because the LA Dodgers played the Chicago Cubs. The baseball season is 162 games.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of April, we had played the Cubs 7 times.
Ew.
Yeah, like how many does y'all usually play each team? Isn't
It.
it like 40
We
teams?
we don't play them anymore this season.
And don't y'all be playing teams like on like a Monday and a Tuesday or like
It's series. Like in baseball, there's a series. Like you might play a team 4 games in a might play a team 4 days in a row.
dude.
So
That's
um we played the Dodgers played the Cubs 7 times from the beginning of the season to April 23rd, and we will not play them anymore. So sometimes the schedule makers be doing whatever, and that's what it feels like. The same way, it does feel like they're trying to force the LA Golden State rivalry, and I respect it because they're in the same state, and it's like it's like they can call it like it's not really a subway series because one is in Northern California, one is in South California, but it they want to try to manufacture that a little bit. It says so we'll just hammer this matchup home at the beginning of the season and have people kind of build off of that. That's the only explanation I can come up with.
the fact that you tried to come up with an explanation at all is crazy because like girl, I know I'm sick of it. And I don't even I think I only probably watched 2 games of it happening, but like why are y'all still playing each other? The first one was cute. I was like, okay, first California, we got it, girls. But you know what? I will give it to them because the last two, they played 3 times. The last two were actually interesting. So Golden State has rode us to the occasion.
Um, yeah, I gotta give some credit to Golden State because we all had them ranked dead last going into the season, and who can blame us, right? Because there's nothing there's nothing to build off of. Like our expectations for other teams were at least based on previous results as well as what we know about the players. Golden State came in with a completely new group. Like I'm always gonna have the expansion team at the bottom. So if you're a Toronto Tempo fan or a Portland to be determined fan, y'all know where y'all gonna be when we rank the teams to start out next year. Like that's just the way it's gonna be. I got to see it to believe it. But Golden State, they kind of play with an edge that makes me not a believer, but I see something. I see something that they can build off of. That's what I give
They
them for
want
now.
my team ass, so I gotta be a believer. I hats off to and it's crazy because I really did not want to give them like I think that there were a lot of preconceived notions on like obviously things could change. They could not win another game for the rest of the season. I don't know. But especially with some of the cuts decisions that they made originally, there were some things, judgment there. But it does seem like they had some type of vision at least at the moment. Again, things could change. This could look very stupid by the end. Um, but they definitely are a basketball team. at, at, they are certainly a basketball team. Like
Breathing.
I you there is a style and like way about them that they are trying to keep going forward. And I think they've really solidified an identity early, which I think is the hardest part about being a team. And I think there's just a lot of pride that comes with them being the first expansion team as well. Like I can imagine everyone was saying y'all gonna stink. Probably like they was like, well, I bet you we won't. And I mean, that's all. Sometimes just teams need something to rally around. Like that power of friendship ball go crazy. It's power of friendship ball in the NBA Finals right now. So I mean, it. sometimes you just need something to rally around and something for a group of people to believe in, and you'll absolutely win games. So, shouts out to the Valkyries.
So y'all are so generous because I still don't believe in them. Um, and and I was kind of saying this earlier. Like I do give credit to Natalie Nakase for just like I don't know. I guess just kind of like giving them. I don't know what her speeches are like, but I just can imagine that she's in there like everybody think y'all gonna be ass, so like just go out there and play hard anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it just honestly that's just kind of how they feel to me. It's just like I don't know if what they're actually doing is good, but they're about to outwork you. Like if you decide
Mhm.
that like if this is gonna be easy for you, you have been mistaken. And which I think I respect that a lot. I don't believe it as a long term like vision, like a basketball vision, but like right now it's like yeah, y'all can beat people by out hustling them because people walking in there thinking you're not finna do nothing. Oh, you don't want to get the board? I got it. You don't want to run the floor? We will. Like, so I don't believe in them overall, but I do I will give them credit for how they look. I think they looked a little bit more fun too. And I think I was saying earlier that like they're a team full of like role players essentially, and so they this is their opportunity to like show team something, you know? It's like if I want to go to a contender, I need to show that I can be useful, whether that's off the bench as a starter or whatever. And so they really get like the opportunity to like show their reps. And I don't even know if they really have anybody signed through the long term. So I think that kind of gives them an opportunity to just like the players an opportunity to go out there and do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? If I have a bad game, somebody else around here will pick it up. And if we lose,
Right.
nobody cares.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like a culture setting type deal. To where we don't know what the makeup of this team is going to look like in terms of the roster, but we have an identity. And that's what it looks like. Like, for example, if you look at the Golden State roster, if you're an opposing coach or an opposing defense, who are you game planning for? It's like, oh, we got to make sure she don't beat us, and that's kind of the point because you don't know. Like anybody can come in and be like, oh, tonight gonna be my night,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're in trouble because now you got to adjust on the fly. Like the game when they played Vegas, Kayla Thornton came to play on both ends of the floor.
They lady at what, 22 and 10?
I think
Yeah,
she had
like
22 and
she was
11.
on it. She was on it. like,
Nasty
like
work.
so I do believe she is their leading scorer, but I don't think it's like some crazy number. Like I think she's averaging
Let me
13.
look. She is averaging, yep, 13.6. Which is like 13.6 is literally like I can say it's nothing, but it's like, all right, girl. Like,
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at it now. Kayla Thornton is their leading scorer. She's averaging 13. They have four players averaging double figures. And Timmy Fagbinley at 9.7. That's kind of my point though. It's like any given game, anybody can turn it on and say, "Oh, this is gonna be my night." So
yeah.
it's less about having a star to play through, and it's more about how do we look to generate offense in this game? What matchup do we look to exploit? What does this team have trouble with on the defensive end? So we're gonna do that. Also, we're gonna play the passing lane. We're gonna get steals. We're gonna run out in transition. I like what I've seen. I I I'm I feel like saying that I believe in them is like a stretch, just because
Yeah.
I don't know how good the team actually. is. But there's definitely something to look at when it comes
Yeah.
to this team.
I would say I don't think the Sparks expected Timmy to get out there and get 8 offensive rebounds. And what? 4 blocks? Like who do you think you are? Asia Wilson? Please. Please. Back it up. But yeah, no, but I will say to the players' point, I do think they have like some fun players. Like I've already felt like Veronica Burton was like a great player to have, but like she's definitely shown her value. Um, they're French twins. They're not twins, but you know, all the French people are related. Um, they're Janelle and Carla. I'm like, okay, like I completely
Mhm.
see why y'all took a swing on them. Julie Van Loo is still doing like still playing like very high, very low game after game, but it's fun to watch when she up. So, and that's all that matters.
I think there's
but
also my bad. I think
oh
there's
no, go ahead.
also a freedom in playing with no expectation. I think we're seeing a lot of teams that had expectations, fair, unfair, definitely crumbling under them expectations. One of mine, including. Um, uh, Chicago. I didn't think we really thought they were going to be like that good, but the start they've had has been kind of nasty, and you can see that the expectations are can kind of get to them, and that's also kind of why you need vet presence, which I think is probably why Golden State picked the way they did, because it's like, okay, if we do lose games like that, like at least we have vets to kind of put this into perspective for some of the younger players. Because you can just see how important it is for when teams are primarily young and they lose. It's like it really gets to them. Like when Stephanie Dolson pulled all the Mystics players to the side or in that little huddle when they lost. And it's like that type of stuff will never show up on the stat sheet, but it's so important for them. Or when Ariel Atkins was like protecting Angel in that presser. Like that type of stuff is really important for keeping the confidence up for younger players. And that's, I mean, it's kind of why the Fever got the older players that they got as well. Because I mean, one, they're trying to compete for a championship, but two, like you don't just want to have a bunch of young people hooping, no matter how good they are. Because when shit don't work, you need people to be like, "All right, young fella, all right, young lady, let's relax here." So yeah, I think they'll be. I think they're setting a really good foundation for the future.
Oh, something that I'm looking at real quick. Um, there are currently, and this is kind of gonna go into um more conversations about specific teams, but there are currently 5W teams that have 4 wins. So we got Vegas, Indiana, Golden State, Washington, and LA. Did I miss someone? Vegas,
No, that's
Indiana, Golden
right.
State.
No, you're right.
Yeah. All right. So which which of those teams do you think climbs out of the hole?
Uh, I think Indiana just
First,
really needs
like
Caitlin
First.
to
who's the
come.
fifth win
I,
first?
I think Indiana's gonna just once Caitlin comes back, they'll be fine.
Are
The
we
Ace,
though?
I think y'all are. I think y'all are in a lot better of a position than a lot of teams. Like, okay, so out of the 4 teams, I mean, the
It's
Sparks are the
5.
Sparks, like, or five, excuse me. The Sparks are the Sparks. Like, they 4-7. I mean, they're just not that good. They were anyway.
No, we need to whack them. Actually, hold on. We
We'll,
need to
we'll,
whack
we'll,
them.
we'll get
We
to
need to
that. We'll
whack
get to
them.
that. We'll get to that. The Mystics are young. They're young and fun, but they still are young. Like the Mystics lost like 3 games at one point, and nobody noticed because they were having a great time. Like So I mean, it's just that the Valkyrie are the Valkyrie, and again, that's no knock to them because we just gave them a lot of credit. They're just an expansion team. Expansion teams aren't typically gonna be good. They play hard, and they have players that are willing to commit to the bit, which is again, they're trying to lay a foundation. So then you have Indiana and the Aces, and
Hmm.
y'all. I know y'all lost a couple games with Caitlyn being out, but I mean, I still think y'all are playing a I don't know, y'all are figuring things out in a sense, and I think that
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't.
I
I
don't
can't
like
agree
y'all
with
are
you.
y'all are a y'all have been a guard away for a long time, and that's your guard. Like I mean,
We still a fucking guard away, bro. Have
I
you seen
know
us?
I
Have
know
you
she
watched
be
us?
I know she be turning that bitch over, but y'all
No, I'm kidding.
that look good. Y'all look good when she on that floor, at least before she got hurt. So I mean, the only teams y'all lost to when she was there was Liberty and Atlanta. Those are like two of the top three teams in the league.
You know
So
what?
now
I
now
respect
us
your
on the
answer.
other hand,
Okay.
we are having a whole identity crisis. Like they ask talking about moving Jewell to the bench, and like apparently she asked to be moved to the bench. Like niggas are doing anything to 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 get some momentum, and that could very well work.
No, okay, seriously though,
But
I do think that could work. I'm not even joking because I think the problem with the Aces right now is that they're too focused on getting Jewel to get going. Like before anybody can get shots, Jewel has already taken 4 threes. Cut that shit out. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But go ahead.
so yeah, I think we're having a whole identity crisis, and yeah, I can see us middling around for a little bit longer while we try to figure things out, and I could see y'all going on a run once Caitlyn is healthier. Like, let me look at both of our schedules the next couple games. Uh, so
We
y'all,
play New York, and then we play. No, we played Atlanta. Oh, we played Atlanta and New York. Okay, that's our last Commissioner Cup game, I think.
okay, let's say
And then we play Connecticut next week, I
what's
think.
Caitlyn's timetable?
She was supposed to be evaluated. She was evaluated on Tuesday. She started working. She started doing light stuff at practice this week. So I think she probably won't be ready until next week.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's say at worst she comes back next Tuesday, June the 24th. No, that's not next Tuesday. Tuesday after next. So y'all play Seattle. Let's say Seattle beats y'all. Then
Ooh,
y'all
snap.
play the Sparks, Dallas, the Aces, the Sparks, the Valkyries, the Dream, Dallas, Connecticut, and then the Liberty. Like y'all could very well win 80, 90% of them games. Like
Bro, we just got our ass beat by Atlanta. No shade to Atlanta, but like,
I was not out. Listen, when I was saying 80, 90% of games, I did not include Atlanta in that, by the way. So I,
he said beat LA and Dallas, bro. At this
bro,
rate, them bitches might beat us too. I don't. Oh,
now now if I look at our schedule,
I'm looking. I got it. So y'all got starting tomorrow, you got Dallas, Phoenix, Minnesota, Seattle, Indiana, Connecticut, Washington, Phoenix. That's the end of
okay.
June.
Look,
bro,
honestly, this
it's
little stretch gonna make or break the team. Okay, y'all either gonna figure this shit out about that after you said Seattle, Phoenix, Minnesota. If y'all ain't got it figured out, probably
bro, we have to play
Minnesota, y'all are cooked.
Phoenix. We have to play Phoenix, Minnesota, and the
Seattle.
Seattle back to back to back.
I'm saying that's what I'm
That
saying. Look. Actually,
I'm
I think you can
that's
figure it out in the
nasty.
Phoenix game because Phoenix, while also a great defensive team, the scoring be kind of iffy. Okay, so and that's your problem right now. Y'all can't score. But if y'all figure that shit out against Phoenix, I think y'all can make a run this season. But if you don't figure it out, then I don't know. I don't know. I'm optimistic though. I'm very optimistic still.
I just believe in y'all more than I believe in us. I love my team, but I just believe in y'all more than I believe in us.
I love my team too, but the way we played Atlanta, and let me go check that box score before I lie. But it was not cute. That was not cute. That was probably the worst basketball game I've ever seen in my life. That's a lie, but it felt like it in the moment. It felt true. Bitch, we scored 9 points. 9 points in a quarter. A professional basketball team scored 9 points in a quarter.
Yeah,
How
it's
can Aaliyah Boston have MVP allegations and her team is scoring 9 points in a quarter? That was sick. That was sick. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. I I actually am hopeful though that it's gonna get better because I've already seen at least one tweet that said Stephanie White um has lost the locker room. So we're getting allegations. We're ready. Like it's the season's ramping up. It's kind of a good sign for us. Yep. It's ramping up. So we get
in
into the gist of it.
in the chat, Sammy just asked, "Did you guys already crucify the Aces?" Um,
We're
not
getting there.
not all the way. We it it's it's coming.
Well, listen, I know that you scored 9 American points in a quarter, but the Aces scored 15, which is six more. I get it, and then they let the Valkyries score 34 in that same quarter. So we can go stink for stink.
I'm just
Definitely,
saying.
we can go
I'm
stink for
just.
stink.
That's fair. I
Jay
mean, that
Jay
was just
Jay
one.
is living in luxury right now, and our teams are in wallow.
See, here's the thing. It's fun. It's funny that you say that because I just saw in the chat somebody says no one should be getting MVP chatter when teams haven't played 20 games yet. I completely agree. Also, we have to blame the four-letter network because they put out their little straw poll and they're talking about who their award picks are. So it is way too early to do that, and it's also way too early for me to be doing victory laps about the dream because I know them. So I know how we get down. So
I just
I will
No,
be
but
very calm.
it was okay. It was a good sign for the Dream though, because I swear to you, like the first half of that game, I was like, damn, is both teams tired? Like, did everybody play it back? Neither one of y'all played in like 3 days. So I don't know why everybody looked so lackadaisical. And while Atlanta went on to score 23 points, we were still like trying to figure out what was going on. I don't think we were ready for the game, which is like, girl, please stand up. What are we doing? Like, and I know Bree Jones and BG is a tough matchup for Aaliyah. I feel like they're really the only people that, well, at least so far, that got her card. Everybody else, she come out there, she hoop, but she get out there with Bree and BG, and it's like, I don't know. Which is, I get it. Both of them like are. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be roughed up by Bree Jones either. Okay, like having to defend her and you want me to fucking body her on offense? Absolutely not. I cannot do both. But I
I
know
just want
I
to
am
say
hopeful. I do think we can see very seriously. Um, we we have to beat Dallas. Sorry to my Dallas girls, but we have to beat Dallas. If we can, well, they got paid beggars now, so I don't even know if we can really beat Dallas. Being genuine, especially if we looking like that. Ari get some juice, maybe. Sid get some juice, maybe. But we just been coming out way too slow, and I am not a fan of that. Like, what are we doing? And Aaliyah, I love that my sister can pass the ball. She like our second in assists, but I need you to be putting the ball in the hoop. We cannot keep continuing this uh point forward thing right now. We need to score some buckets, and you are our easiest answer. Anyways, let's talk about somebody else's team because my
real real
prayers.
quick
I can talk about it.
before we go to our next, I just want to say any like awards or things of that nature, if we mention them, it is because we all have our own personal agendas. Most of them are not. They might be half serious, half not. We also do not get paid. People who get paid to talk about basketball and are having serious conversations, like serious, not to say we don't have serious conversations, but like serious conversations, absolutely not should be talking about MVP at all. Like the fact that there were legitimate arguments on Twitter about like who's the best player in the world, and it's like, yo, none of y'all played 10 games, let alone 20. The it's like All-Star break isn't until next month. Like, can we just hold off on all this? Y'all are arguing about who's the best player in the world, and
Those
they're
ain't
just
even
so
matched up yet.
there's just so much to talk about right now. Like there is chain snatching time, and but right now we're jumping the gun. I don't want this to turn into NBA talk. Like I really just don't. So we need to figure out we need a schedule on when we can talk about certain things. At least if you get paid. And if you're trying to have if you want to have your own agendas, I think you can tell when people tweet and talk for agendas. And I respect that wholeheartedly. Like
I don't.
I I I listen, everybody got their agendas and I get it. But like if you're trying to have a serious conversation, no, I can't. That's just not.
It's just too early for that. It is. So I can talk about the dream really quick because I see a question about Jordan Canada. And I am not worried about Jordan Canada yet. So Jordan Canada was, for those who don't know, Jordan Canada was injured in the first preseason game that the Dream played against Washington. Um, it appeared to be a serious injury. Thankfully, it was not as serious as it looked, as she is back now. She has played two games so far: the game against Connecticut, and then this most recent game against Indiana. And she did not look great by her standard. Um, the playmaking is there, like the court vision is still there. I think what I'm worried about the most so far, and I don't want to, hyper analyze a two game sample. Um, the drives, she just doesn't appear to be comfortable yet.
Mm.
And that's kind of I think that's where a lot of her value comes from offensively, outside of the playmaking, of course. She has great court vision. She sees the floor. She's a good passer, all of that. For her to hit the level that I'm used to seeing her play at, I need her to be more comfortable getting to the rim. Because there were some drives in the game against Indiana where the first step was there. She beat the defender going to the basket and just blew the layup. So I'm going to chalk up some of that to her just not being comfortable to this point. It is something to keep an eye on, but I can't say that I'm worried about Jordan Canada so far.
I will
But
just put in. I have to slip in just a small conspiracy theory here. Um, there's something happening with the small guards. Okay, because JJ Quinterly can't finish, Jordan Canada can't finish, Enrique cannot finish. Dana Evans had a rough night the other night. It's something happening, and I think we do. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it because I'm getting concerned, and they're not really even getting foul calls either. I'm like, the business in here is not that great of blockers. Everybody in here not a shot blocker, so I need something happening. Something happening. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I just need to share my conspiracy. I just had to share that. But continue.
yeah, I'm I'm not super worried about JC yet because I do think that, more reps, she's getting her feedback under her and everything. But yeah, the first two games back, it has not been great for her. She hasn't been able to score. Um, the playmaking has been fine. In 2 games, she's got 8 assists. So I mean, she's a passer. Like I'm not worried about her as a playmaker, but I do think it opens up the floor even more when she's able to when she's driving and defenders are collapsing on her. Yes, absolutely. I don't want Ryan to be the point guard full time, for sure. I think, and I think JC being more comfortable will open up the offense because if defenses have to collapse on her drives, that's going to leave Ryan open. That's going to leave Leash open to an extent, of course, because those are obviously the players that you're game planning for. Ryan Howard is number one on the opposing game plan coming into every game. So yeah, I would like for her to not have to initiate the offense every time down the floor. I think I think it's better for her to be able to come off the ball and to get looks off of screens or on cuts. Obviously, she can handle the ball, she can get downhill, she can make passes, but I would rather her not have to be the point guard full time. So I do think JC will get it together. I hope it, comes sooner than later rather than later.
My other conspiracy theory is that Ryan Howard wants to be the point guard. I feel like she's like enjoying this playmaking thing, and somebody also needs to tap her like Aaliyah on the shoulder and say, "Buki, you need to start
No,
scoring."
that is not what we need from you.
This is
I
not
mean,
why we hired you.
we need it as we need it as an addition to your game.
I think I think she's really becoming WNBA Jason Tatum.
No, they're so similar. They really are so similar. Like in terms of what they do, like I think I think she I feel like she wants to be off the ball. I feel like she wants to be able to score. And I want her to be able to score. So I would appreciate seeing letting JC figure it out because I don't want to have to run through Ryan every time.
Or letting Tahina Pow get some burn. Okay. And
Yeah.
this kind of happened. This is also why I'm concerned about Caitlin coming back. But just like coaches, like you had Tahina was playing pretty good minutes, and then Jordin Canada comes back and it's like, oh, we just gonna leave her at the end of the bench. No, you need to keep that lady involved. The same thing happened in Dallas last night when they were playing. Not last night. Who they played the other day?
They
Phoenix.
played yeah.
JJ Quinterly has been running PG for you. I know that's not like what you feel like is her natural position, but she's been doing it and it's been working in stretches. Not don't leave her out of the lineup now that you have your star back. Like keep that lady out there so that your star can do something different. But anyway. Are you ready to jump your team, Don?
Yeah.
Poor Aces. I still believe in them. I'm
All right,
sorry.
all right, Don.
I still believe in them. We're gonna start with some
Oh,
positive.
I can't. Okay, I can't not believe in a team with Asa Wilson on it, but I'm also um not an Aces fan, so I'm gonna let Don have the floor and wax poetic about his Aces.
I just I can't not believe in a team with Asia on it either, but it's also like I think teams know if we play her as hard as we can, no one else is going to do a damn thing. And for the most part, they be right. And what was also crazy is and we almost pulled it off yesterday. And I know, like, we talked about this before. Before, it seemed like we could not afford a bad Asia game. And, like, Asia played like shit yesterday for the most part, and then she was kind of getting herself together, and we were like coming back, and then Jackie woke up, and I was like, all right, well, like this like maybe we can afford a bad Asian game, and then she got hurt, and then we still lost. So like, I just don't. I don't know. I There were a lot of expectations on our team, and obviously we are failing to meet them. It is very early in the season still, so things can change. They're trying to figure out what they need to do as far as um like lineup changes and whatnot. I don't like this thing that we're doing where we're like cutting players and signing players and then not using them. I don't think that makes sense. I know people need time to be acclimated, but it's like if you're gonna cut Crystal Bradford to sign Jordan Holmes, I hope that Becky will use her because Becky is very infamous for not using her bench. So like there's no point of making these roster moves if you're not going to use the people you have. And like I feel like people wanted us to do stuff like trade KB or for other players, and it's like, sure, whatever. But it's like people blamed her so hard and blamed the front office so hard for not getting rid of her and was acting like her being on the team was keeping us from succeeding when these niggas think regardless. Like, this is why blaming one player is really just like hard for me. And when they were going so hard about it, I just didn't think that made sense. Um, it really got to the point where it felt very similar to Dana in Chicago. It's like y'all have so many issues and y'all are trying to take down one player and like put all the issues on them. And it just seems like a lot of misguided anger. But the Aces fucking stink. So like it'll never just be one person. Asia is still fantastic. There are still games where she looks like an absolute superhero. And there have been games this season where she has still looked like she's still better than 90% of the league, but she has just not looked like Super Asia, and especially compared to last year. Like last year, it felt like she could do no wrong, even if the team did. And this year, it has not felt the same. And because of that, the other people struggling makes us look so much worse. So I don't I don't know what we're gonna inevitably do. I'm sure she'll be fine. It's just a matter of is everybody else gonna be fine? Um, I don't think we need to do anything drastic. I don't think there needs to be any big roster changes. I just think people need to get a grip. I just think the players need to get a grip and the players need to try. Like the defense looks nasty. People won't shoot. Uh, and they're like just certain players like a shell of themselves. And yeah, I don't know. If you don't want to hoop, then you just need to not hoop. And it's okay if you don't want to hoop. But like
Say
sometimes that's
something.
all it is. Like, I don't know. I feel people be blaming coaches when people don't execute stuff. And I'm just like, that's not the coach's fault. Like, they get out here and they play lackadaisical and they be bullshitting. That's not Becky's fault. Or that's not Tyler Marsh's fault. Or that's not whoever's fault. Like, these players do not execute the things they're asked to do. They stink.
So it's funny that um when after the Golden State game, in in a few words, I don't remember exactly what. So I'm paraphrasing here, but Becky essentially said, "I can't coach effort because in that game, Vegas just got outworked on both ends of the floor." And you mentioned that, there are some games where Asia just looks like a superhero, like, on my back, we finna go win this thing. But that's kind of the problem because it almost feels like you have to have that level of performance from Asia for y'all to win. And this, of course, weird. how many games into the season?
They played
The Aces have played 8 games.
okay.
So there's no reason to just it's not like there's no point in overthinking it. But just the losses just look so bad that it's become reason for concern. Like I'm not worried about the Aces, but I've seen there's some what I've seen so far kind of gives me pause. I think is the best way to put it.
When the aces don't show up, them niggas don't show up. Like that's really the theme of the shit. It's like they be like, oh, I just don't feel like playing today, like at all. Like it don't even be like we gonna lose by like 5. It's like, nah, we about to get fucking smoked. And it just be like, well, what did y'all do yesterday? What did y'all do? What do y'all work on? Like what are y'all goals? And you really just think about any championship team. Like I'm thinking about the Aces championship teams like in 2022 and 2023. Like Asia started her claim as the best player in the world around that time and really like put in that work, but still there were so many moments throughout the regular season and the playoffs where other people stepped up the way they were supposed to, and it just seemed like a lot more of a team effort. And then at the start of last year, where it seemed like that just wasn't the case anymore. Like in 2022, I mean, you had De'Erica, Jackie, Kelsey, um, uh, she who must not be named came off the bench. Like we had pieces, and then like even in the playoff run in 2023, like uh, you had what's her name that hit 6 threes in that.
Kayla George.
Yeah, you had Kayla George hitting 6 threes. Like people do not win rings and championships and succeed without having other players. It don't matter how good one person is. Like it just don't matter. Like Sid did not put up crazy stats in that finals game, but she played her ass off and it led to Asia being able to be a superhero in that win. Had she not been there, they would have probably lost. And like the energy has just not been there for the last year and a half. So I don't know what we're going to do. I feel like last year it was like, okay, well, people are injured. Chelsea's working back from injury. Then the season starts and you're like, oh, this is the best I felt in years. Like I took a break. Like Asia talked about how she took a break. Chelsea looks like old Chelsea. She played unrivaled. And then people get on the floor. Like Jackie had a great start to the year last year. And then she was playing injured for a little minute. So she looked like a shell of herself by the end of the year. And so you get to the start of the year and you like, all right, well, this is the one. Like Jewell Loyd got a toxic situation. Hooping with a clear mind is the best thing in the world. And like it's just like none of that mattered anymore once the clock runs. So don't know. Um, I would never be able to truly give up on them. Uh, I know I may have my reactionary texts and things of that nature because that's just the name of the game. But in all legitimacy, I cannot bring myself to be like super concerned. I think in a playoff series, I think most teams still would not. Never mind, I can't say that. I was about to say I think most teams won't want to play us, but I think if we keep playing like this and the Liberty or the Lynx see us, they're gonna be like, "This is free fucking food, free food." So I think most teams outside of them would still not want to play us. So let's say that. Like, I think if we play Seattle, like it'd be really tough. Um, so yeah, I don't know. That is my Aces rant of the day.
Okay,
I
so
think. Oh, um.
no, real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Because Sammy in the chat. said that Becky said that she and Jewel talked about her coming off the bench. Do you guys think it's even worth starting Dana right now?
Oh, Sammy, you might have missed it, but we did talk about it like that at the very, very beginning. Um, I believe so. I mean, Jamae made a point. I don't know how serious she was about it, but it was funny. Um,
What did I
'cause
say?
you was talking about how Jewel do be shooting that thing. Like she be
Oh,
having
she
like four
do. She
shots.
do. No,
She be
I
having
no.
like
This seriously, the Valkyrie. So I didn't watch the game when y'all played the Sparks, but I was like, okay, let me just check the score real quick, see what's going on. I kid you not, Asia had taken one shot. Jackie had taken no shots. Chelsea took one shot, and Jewel had already taken 5 shots. That is that's not a winning recipe. I don't care. I don't care what team you're on. You're not gonna win like that. That's insane. What? And obviously, it's different. Like watching a game and whatever. Like there's probably some things that happened that maybe made that make sense. But in my opinion, you cannot lead with getting Jewel going. Like that's not a winning recipe. I I am all for the Dana starting. Continue what you were gonna say though, Don.
my conspiracy theory on that is that I think I know Jules said that year that Seattle stunk was like really hard on her, but I don't know if I really believe her. And I only don't because I think she wants, and I think this is like a natural part of being an elite player or whatever. I think she wants nothing more than freedom, especially offensively. And I think the bench would really provide her that. Like, I'm sure she felt like clarity in the mind of coming here and not having to deal with whatever toxicity Seattle was dealing with over there. And like, she was like, okay, well, she probably felt like I'm probably about to be the second at worst third option, whether that is valid or not. And again, I don't know these people, so this is why it's a conspiracy theory. I'm just making this up on the fly. Um, but like, it's like okay, I can come over here and I can kind of be the player that I was now, and I don't think she knows she's not the player she was, which is fine. So I
I
think going,
don't disagree with you.
I think her going to the bench is going to be really good as far as like, okay, we're 7 minutes into the game. We're gonna give Asia and let's say we give Asia and Jackie a break. So now it's Chelsea and Jewel and whoever. Now Jewel, you do what you got to do, and you get hot in whatever way you need to, and then let's kind of figure out these rotations from there, shuffle people in from there. But like, you cannot start out this game doing whatever you want to do. Not at the start.
I don't think okay, I disagree with the idea that Jewel wants to be the offensive girl. And just looking at her stats, her field goal percentage has been going down since 2023. Well, technically 2022, but her field goal percentage has dropped each year. Her um, shots taken has also dropped each year um, since 2023. But anyway, I disagree with that, and I disagree with it because that first was it the first game the first home game y'all played was against the Mystics, and y'all was looking crazy, and Jewel obviously hit the game winning shot in that game. Um, but in the midst of that, Jewel was doing like she started the game off struggling to score. And instead of like forcing her shot, she started doing other stuff. She started grabbing, like boxing out, trying to grab rebounds, defending, like taking her defensive assignment very seriously. Like she actually started to try to contribute to the game in a different way. And honestly, I feel like that's the thing that prepared her to take that shot. Like, okay, yeah, I'd have missed my first 6 shots or whatever, but like I've done all these other good things. We're in this game, and I know I can do this. Like I know I can do. I know it's my time. I don't think she liked playing in Seattle like that because to me, she feels like a player that's like, I care more about winning than how I look. And being the inefficient guard that she is, she knows she's not finna win like that. She has never won like that. Like anytime she's played her best basketball, she's not I'm not saying she's no 50% shooter, but she's 40% on the season, 40% from three, and like her not even being able to do that, or high 35, not even being able to do that, I think puts puts stress on her and like makes her play worse. And so I think people, because of she's known as being a bucket, I feel like people think that she's just like, oh, like, well, that's like all I really care about. But like I don't know, I just feel like the way she's played in their closer games, to me just says that like I want to win, I want to help this team win, but I know I cannot do this by myself. And she probably felt relieved, like I can go fucking play with Asia Wilson because I know that bitch gonna get out there and hoop, and I ain't gotta do too much. But now Becky is like, actually, girl, we need you to get started. And it's like, no, actually, let that lady. And that's probably why she said, actually, let me come off the bench because y'all go ahead and get y'all rhythm together. Y'all know each other. Y'all know how each other plays. Y'all know there is a hierarchy here of who takes what shot when. I'm clearly throwing that off. And, I'll just come in and be a helpful six man. And I honestly think that that will help everybody play better because she's, I don't know what who Becky going. I mean, Dana is, I feel like the answer because she's played well with the other four. Um, but I think that I don't know. I feel like that relieves pressure from her. Like I get that the core four is a thing, but like being KP is hard. Like and we've already seen that Jewell like struggled to score and how that fucking affected her in Seattle. The bitch was basically telling her, bitch, you're not making no shots. You're gonna sit on the bench. Like, who wants to hear that? Like, that's bad vibes. And I don't think she wanted to come to Vegas and have that same like be that same way. Like, we need you to do this. Like, yeah, she has to score eventually, but like, I don't think she really wanted to get in there and be like. I don't think she really wanted to replace KP because I think in with them it was Asia, KP, Jackie, Chelsea. But I think Jewell will probably want to be after Chelsea. Or maybe, like let me put me further down. Y'all got it. Maybe three if I'm having a really good day, but like don't make me go out there and be the girl because I know that's not my bag. And it's never really been her bag. Like, so anyway.
You know what? I think you're right.
Now I do think that means though that I've been saying this every week, but Becky has to fucking show her clipboard. Like she keeps she's been trying to she's been trying to make Jewell KP and they're not the same person. I mean, they have the same similar skill sets. So I get why you would naturally switch them, but she's not her. KP is very much more like I'm gonna get out there and do whatever the fuck I want. Like KP already thinks she is a superstar, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't think that about herself, but that's what she thinks. That's her mindset when she plays. Like I'm the biggest dog on the floor, and that's how I'm gonna move forward. Jewell doesn't play like that. Jewell's a very like I probably will cook you, but like I want us to all have fun while we're doing it. Like they're not the same. They're not the same, and I I think again, Becky's gonna have to show her work because you can't play them like that. And it's clearly throwing off the rhythm. And the fact that Chelsea has had like 2 assists or 0 assists in multiple games. Y'all got to do something different. You cannot win like that. Y'all cannot win like that. I don't care that Asia's top 15, top 10. Y'all are not winning no basketball games like that. So she got to do something. She got to do something.
They should honestly, they should be embarrassed at that fact. To be completely honest with you, if I go to look at the stat leaders, Asia is still leading the team in every statistical category, and Asia leads. Asia has averages 4 assists, and Chelsea averages 3.1. And I know they were talking about like potential assist, and technically Chelsea averages more than her. Like if people made some more shots, but still, I see what this leads to, and that just means people got to start hitting their shots.
That's I was gonna say that's kind of the overarching thing here. It's like you got to make your shots, and it's not just a Jewel thing. It's not just a Jackie thing. It's like it's the offense.
Yeah.
Like if you got to hit it if you open,
Yeah.
and some of it will some of it will correct itself. But yeah, so the Aces do play again tomorrow. The
Unfortunately,
injury report is out. Asia Wilson is listed as doubtful with a head injury.
I think they'll sit her out
So
if
the
she's ready.
Aces may be playing tomorrow night without her, which conveniently I just saw in the chat. Lou just asked, "Are the Wings cursed?" And no, because that means tomorrow y'all will be playing the Aces without Asia. So this this is
Lou, y'all second win is on the way.
so
Do
this
not
is
get discouraged, baby.
Yeah,
an
actually,
opportunity. An opportunity is there. I'm not saying that the Wings are going to win tomorrow, but I'm saying that the opportunity is there. I'm also saying that last night, Paige looked incredible, and if the rest of the team followed suit, there would be something to show for that.
30, was she at 35 or 37?
35. I think she had 30. Let me make sure.
Four?
She
Listen,
had
look while Jay looks that up, Lou, 6 through 8 seeds have 4 wins. Y'all can catch up to that.
yeah.
And you
y'all,
lock
y'all,
in,
y'all,
lock in.
listen, y'all next opponents are the Aces without Asia, Golden State, Connecticut, and Washington.
Oh
Y'all
yes,
could
bro,
really,
that's a good.
y'all could really get, and then so after that, it's Atlanta, Indiana, Washington, Phoenix, Chicago. Like y'all could really get right.
That's
This
no,
this is
really, that's
kind
a
of
good
a
touchdown.
yeah, it's kind of a we're gonna see what y'all are made of stretch because y'all
Yeah.
haven't had, the most kind schedule to this point.
Yes, y'all had to play the
And
Lynx and the Storm like 2 games apart.
They
plus
had
Y'all
to
weren't gonna win.
they
Y'all
had to
was never gonna
play
win.
they had to play the Seattle twice, Minnesota 3 times, Phoenix once, and Atlanta once. Like
Yeah, y'all they didn't set y'all up for success. But
plus
this stretch
yeah.
right here is on your side. It's on your side.
Plus
I
Paige had the concussion and then the illness. So
and Ty
there's
Harris is
also that.
out. Y'all wasn't ready.
Kyle
That
Harris is out for the season.
rip to
That is
my
right.
girl.
now this
Yeah.
But
this July or this late July, early August stretch where y'all have to play the Liberty 3 times. I'm so sorry because that shit look is probably gonna be a
Chicago
bloodbath.
damn near got to do that too. They
Bro,
Yeah.
played.
this
The
shit
schedulers were not nice to the young team.
this shit say New York, July 28th, then Atlanta, Indiana, then New York, back to back. Oh my heavens.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. So
Um,
that means this stretch right here is where you see what the team is made of. Lou asked, do we trust the coach? I don't hate him. I'm not I would like to see what the plan is. Like I want to see tomorrow. tomorrow's game, I want to see what they look to do. I want to see
I
what they look to what in the Aces defense do they look to attack? Like, what's the pressure point?
I will
I
give
think
I will give Chris some confidence. I will believe in him for a little bit. Honestly, because the only thing that I feel like I haven't loved is that some of his rotations come a little too slow. But I feel like it's because he's letting them play through their mistakes a bit. Um, and obviously he's a young coach, so like he has to learn his players and all of that. But that's the only thing that I really, really critique him on, because like the sets that they've run, some of the stuff he's tried to do with Enrique off ball, like it hasn't looked perfect. Um, but I see a thing there, and I feel like they've looked better with Paige. Um, the Page, I'm still on the Parike agenda. I do think he needs to play JJ Quinterly still. Um, because the other day they had a
they
lineup
ain't got no
of
choice.
well, he didn't really play. The crazy part is he didn't even really play her last night when they played Phoenix. Enrique was struggling to score. I text y'all this. Enrique was struggling. Enrique hit a shot in the whole first half. He put JJ and Enrique in there together, and that lady hit her first bucket. Do y'all think that's a coincidence? I do not. I do not. I
Mhm.
think that there's something there. I don't know what it is yet, but it's something there. He put in Enrique, JJ, Louisa, Maddie, and Alyssa. He's done that lineup twice in the last two games, and each time they have went on a run. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think something about that works. Now it's gonna hurt them a little bit because Louisa is um leaving for Eurobasket. She low key need to say no. She need to call him and say, guys, I can't come, because this shit in Dallas starting to work. Kurt
Now,
kind of
I
I
like,
need you to
yeah,
stay. I need you to
yeah,
stay.
I like the Louisa stretch. Yeah,
She
I've liked that stretch.
And I don't even know where it came from. It feels fucking random. Like she just randomly woke up one day and was like, "Yeah, girl, I gotta cook." Like, where were you? But low key, I feel like she's
Big T is
fresher.
also leaving for
Yeah, she's
Eurobasket.
going to. So I feel like that's gonna be the hard part, because it's like y'all don't have any guards. Now y'all ain't got no fucking post players. Mahisha Hines Allen and Alyssa Smith, good luck.
So Lou says one last Dallas question: should they trade for a big? He said, if so, who is it? Shakira, Leah Rue, or his dream target, who is Camila Cardoso?
Don't get Don started.
So,
I've been saying
um,
she's free Shakira for the longest, and it's not even like they not playing Shakira, but it's just my ideology is all these niggas cannot play. Like
Bro, girl,
someone is going to leave eventually, have to leave eventually, and Shakira is the odd person out.
I don't think so.
Or
or is it
either her
or is it
or Leah
Aaliyah?
Edwards. It's either her or Leah Edwards. I don't know.
I don't think
And
there's an odd man out though. Not right now. But
I
it
guess
don't
it doesn't have
that's
to
the thing.
be
It
yet.
don't have to be now, but I think they are gonna have to make a decision eventually. And it's like how long do you want to wait to make that decision?
I'm
And
not
like
gonna lie.
if you want to not do it this season, I think that's perfectly acceptable. But a decision has to be made.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a decision shouldn't have to be made, because Shakira should be cool with coming off the bench.
And I've enjoyed the Shakira bench stretch, actually. Like I
She
kind of
comes
like,
in, she hoops, sit her ass down.
yeah, I kind of like Shakira next to Kiki in the front court. And
Exactly.
I also like, and I like Kiki next to Steph. Like I feel like that dynamic works. I wonder, I know that Aaliyah has been injured, so they haven't, completely integrated her the way that you would probably hope, but we'll see.
I
Yes,
think reasonably.
Tierra McCowan is leaving. Louisa is playing for Germany, and Tierra McCowan is playing for Turkey in Eurobasket.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think they have to choose between Angel and Camilla. I don't think that's I mean,
I don't think
I
they will.
understand why people are saying that, but I don't think that's a thing that should exist or will exist. Especially with how they're looking to extend Angel. I do I don't know if I love Camilla. See, this is my problem though, because even with the idea of them getting Lauren Betts is she's like an Aaliyah. Like they're mobile, but they're not mobile. Like they're not
They're kind
running.
of
Lauren Betts
they're
is
kind
going to
of
the Lynx, so I don't know what we're talking about right now.
Please, Donovan.
they're kind of
Honestly, they
yeah.
probably will get her. I'm not
Yeah,
joking.
Lauren Betts is like she's like a rim runner. Like she plays in the post on offense and she plays in the post on defense. And I think I think that's fine. I mean, she's a caliber post player that you build a team around. So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
if Dallas has the opportunity to, pair her with Paige Beckers, obviously you do that. But
which I agree with, but she's like the Dallas's whole thing is we want to run, and Lauren Betts' best work is sealing your ass on the block. So like I don't.
so that to me,
Mm,
that is a franchise direction altering pick. If we get Lauren Betts, we playing Lauren Betts basketball. That
I mean,
just
I agree.
that
I agree.
just it just gonna have to be that because you're not always gonna see a development arc like Aaliyah Boston's that came this quickly to where yeah, we have this rim running center who really is like pure back to the basket big, and you bring in a point guard to make you say, okay, well we're actually gonna be running a lot of high pick and roll. Can you work on your playmaking? Can you work on short roll decision making? Can you work on all of that screen and roll stuff? Aaliyah Boston has shown that she can do that. It may not be the case for everybody. But
Well,
I think they'll be able to find that. I think they'll be able to find that blend if that happens. But
yeah.
if my team is drafting Lauren Betts, we're going to be making Lauren Betts comfortable. That's that is priority number one.
No, I mean that's fair. I mean it is fair, and I do think that her and Paige could absolutely like blend that out. Like it, I'm not super concerned, but um, it's just kind of like you already have a Tierra McCowan who is also a back to the basket big and like can post up and will, but she's not really getting no touches unless it's a JJ. I feel like JJ and Ty were the only two people who were like consistently trying to keep her involved. Um, but I mean, anyway, we're talking about the Mystics. Shakira, I can see Shakira leaving, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not saying she should accept her role, but I'm kind of saying she should just accept her role because like
It's,
I
it's
think long
selfishly because I like her in it. I
yes,
wish she would. Like I wish she would. But yeah,
exactly.
I mean, but I understand. If you're Shakira, you're a top three pick, and you're like, I'm playing backup center right now. Like, and I get it, but
Yeah.
because
it's
I can only imagine.
I enjoy the there was a stretch of where they had Shakira at the five and Kiki at the four. I was like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
what it looked like. Like this is like
Yeah.
that them being able to play off each other. If especially when Shakira is hitting the shot from the outside, and she's so versatile. She has such a versatile skill set. Like she can do the handoff stuff at the top of the key. She can pick and pop out to the 3 point line. She can pick. She can cut to the basket. So I understand. I understand her wanting a larger role. But Washington is another intriguing team, kind of similar to Golden State. that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Sammy is in the chat and he's speaking my language. He said Shakira has said she wants to play more. Force your way to Vegas, sister. Camilla, you could come too. First of
Y'all are
all,
so
So,
greedy.
first of all, I just want to say, Jamae, I think your lingo is influential. I think you're really changing the world right now. Because that sister, I know that came from you. Because I'll be saying that. I think you're changing the world right now. But two, again,
Amazing.
I was the one who said it, but it'll be going in my. But see, Sammy, it's okay. I told you I was gonna have some nasty agenda trades. I got some. I can present those to the class later.
Oh my
oh, that's
God.
right. We didn't get to do that last week. Yeah, we can.
Because I didn't have them, but I got some now.
Man's did his homework. This is sick. Do we actually, because I mean, we actually do need to talk about it. What time is it? How long have we been here?
9:30.
Oh, it's been an hour. We can talk about the Lee Yaroo trade machine. Did you make
Oh,
trades for her?
yes.
Have we thought about that? I
Yeah, so
I
I
made.
actually I have one. I have one
Okay.
that I drew up. I sent it to y'all a while back. I'm glad that Lou is here because it does
I have
involve his
one
team.
trade for her.
So
Okay.
this
Right.
one,
I don't have any trades for Dallas only because when I went to the trade machine, for some reason it doesn't have Tierra McCowan in it, and I don't know why. And
can she
she's
be
like,
traded?
that might be the case. But usually when it's like when they can't be traded, their name is just like grayed out because they still affect the cap. But so I didn't know how
Right.
accurate it would be without her. But
Yeah. I mean, it might be because she's not with the team. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Because she did leave like a couple days ago. So
Imagine getting traded while you at Eurobasket. I'd be pissed.
sick as fuck. Like,
you gotta come back and move.
Yeah. But so my trade, um, I had Lee Rue, and Katie Lou Samuelson's contract because Katie Lou is out for the season. So it was Lee Rue and Katie Lou Samuelson going to Dallas, and the Storm getting Melissa Smith and JJ Quinterly.
I do
oh,
remember you
yes, I
talking
do
about
remember
this.
this. Yes. Um, well,
I don't mind it. I
it
think you
feels
free.
fair. It
I think
feels
you
fair.
freely, and Alyssa gets an extended role, and well, not necessarily extended, but I think you. She's
Oh
playing on
no,
a
no,
team.
this is
Yeah,
cooked. No,
no,
this is
no, no.
cooked.
Nah, I
She's
feel like
playing on
I low
Dominique
low
Malonga,
key.
she's gonna
those
be
minutes are
playing.
gone.
She's gonna be
Yeah, I feel
playing
like
on a
that's like
better
a
team with a more set direction.
yeah, because that's a major. I feel like that's a major role reduction
Yeah,
for
you're
Melissa
right.
actually.
I think if any team is gonna be like, this is what you do when you get here, don't you do nothing else? It's gonna be Seattle because Skylar and NECA and Noel Quinn, you start doing extra shit, you gonna be sitting your ass down.
Are you calling them a terrorist organization? Like, what's happening here? They're not beating the allegations, it seems.
I didn't say it.
Um,
Mm.
no,
But
I mean, that's not good for Nalissa. That's not a good trade for her. But
no,
like,
it is no. I don't like. Let me make it clear. I don't like that trade for Melissa Smith. Like this
it's
was
equal though. It
yeah.
feels fair. It feels fair. Um, it probably would be good. Well, yeah. I mean, it could work though because I mean, but yeah, Nalissa's not getting no burn after that because Dominique Malonga
She
is
just
looking like a real, like the girls are in danger. Um, next season, someone is getting dunked on. Like first game, I don't know. I don't want to play them. I don't want to match up with her.
it's funny because I feel like every time she plays, I know she doesn't get like a lot of burn right now, but it feels like every time she plays, she gets better. It's like every time I see her, she gets better.
Every game, bro. Why are you doing a turnaround fadeaway, girl? You just got here. Like, She been gagging me lately. Because the first game, I swear she looked crazy. But since then, I was like, you've been eating up these little 8 minutes here and there. Like, who gets
Hey,
better in
listen,
8 minutes?
her last three games they've won, and she's played 11 minutes, 13 minutes, and 13 minutes. The first game against Dallas, she played 11 minutes. She has 6 points and three rebounds and one block on 3 for 4 shooting. The second game against Phoenix, they won. She played 13 minutes, has 6 points, four rebounds on 3 for 5 shooting. And in this last game, they just won against Minnesota. She played 13 minutes and had 8 points, four rebounds, and two assists on 4 for 5 shooting. So like
And and she was holding fee ass to shooting under 40%. Look, I'm scared for the girls. I'm scared for the girls.
She's 19, guys.
she's she's
Literally
19. She
19. I'm so scared.
we're gonna have to take move them. She's only 19. Take them from Jason Tatum, officially
Yeah,
retire them, and put them on Dominique Malonga. Like she gonna be 26 in the league, and we gonna be like she's only 19 when she do a 360 windmill on somebody.
Oh God. Yeah,
So
shout
yeah,
out to Dominique Malonga. I honestly, people were saying that she couldn't be an underrated pick, or what they saying that the little GM
oh,
survey.
they were saying, yeah, because they were saying like, what was the most underrated pick, and people were saying her. They were like, yeah, but she went number two. It was like, how
But
is that
like,
underrated?
no, no, she definitely under, like, honestly, yeah, she is. She already won the most underrated because I didn't think that lady was gonna do that. She has she actually played 10 games? Like, has
No,
she actually played every game? I don't think she's played every game so far.
I don't think she has. Let me
It's like
see.
a five
I
game sample.
she has played I think exactly 10 games. Now
let
I
me
will
see.
say one of them games she only played 1 minute, and one of them games she only played 5 minutes. So like,
She ain't. That's what I'm saying. She ain't
mm.
really. She ain't really got no burn. This lady is doing this in 10-minute intervals. I think that's under. You're playing 10 minutes and you already shooting damn near 80% every game. I'm sorry. I'm on your side. Underrated that. I can't. Look, I'm on your side. I'm on her side.
What they were saying, they're like, if y'all are saying that Malonga is an underrated pick, y'all are saying that she should have gone number one. And well, no, because here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm not saying that Dallas should have taken her instead of Paige. What I am saying is if you were gonna take the player that has the highest ceiling in the draft, you probably take Dominique Malonga. If you take the play, if you saying we need a great player, you take Paige.
Yes.
It's like a risk reward thing. And Page's ceiling is like they ceiling is like right here. Like Dom might have a higher ceiling, but it ain't by much. Like
Yeah.
Paige is a star.
And I will say, I
So
feel like it's only like I feel like Dominique is only. I'm really like on the underrated train simply because she's in Seattle, and like having Lee Giroux there means you were not like that front court rotation. You were not guaranteed minutes, Bookie. They thought you was gonna sit on that bench for a little minute, so that means she had to earn her way into a post rotation with NECA, Ezzy. I don't know why I can't never remember who the other people on that team is, but she, you've earned your minutes in on that team.
yeah, I wonder what game it was. I wonder what game and what stint from made Lee Ruby like, nah, I gotta get out of here.
Wasn't it like
It's a,
what didn't
it's
they tell
over for
her
me.
didn't they tell her it was 7 games?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
7 games, 7 games. She was like, oh no, I see what's happening. Nah, I got to go.
yeah. She said this is not gonna work for me.
Sammy says, I think Malonga ended up exactly where she needed to be next to Neka and Ezzy. I agree.
I
I
Well,
agree.
agree.
if
It's
it was oh my bad.
because it kind of puts Seattle like Seattle kind of gives an opportunity because it gives them a chance to slow play it to where we don't need you to play more than 10 minutes right now. But I mean, we know that when we need you, you're gonna be ready. But for now, you can get a 4 minute stint in the first half, 5 minute stint in the second half, and just kind of let you do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was a game they had Malonga in the closing lineup. I was like, hmm, had to make a little mental note of that because that's interesting.
If
Look,
if
I
if
like that
Lee
because it kind
Rue
of it's like in these situations when the games get tight, leave your young players out there and say, I want to see what she does.
yeah.
if Lee Rue decided after 7 games this was it, then that means it was the Aces game that they lost. Like they watched her, they that means she watched them give the ball to Dominique Malonga in the clutch. It was like it's not it, player. And for Seattle, I think they made the right decision, and I think Lee Rue is making the right decision to get out of there
Yeah,
because it's like
yeah. No, nobody's in the
I'm
wrong here.
supposed to
Like I
play.
don't I don't
Yeah,
want to make it seem like
Yeah.
and
no
it was
no
it was
she
very sweet of her when she put out that thing and was like, like I really love the people here. They're really nice. Like I just want to play. Like, and I feel like that's everyone's goal in the W is to play. Like in any league, your goal is to play. And like she obviously has talent. It's just like you behind one of the more promising prospects in WNBA history and one of the greatest bigs in WNBA history. And like Ezzy is like arguably the best like shot blocking center in the league who can also shoot threes. So like it ain't it ain't shit you can do.
And why are you saying talk about Ezzy? My sister is back. Okay. Ezzy, please don't let me. I'm not gonna regret it regardless. But my sister is back. Somebody had to tweet. Somebody tweeted that they think Skylar Diggins can take the Seattle team to the finals. And as long as Ezzy Magbagor is giving you 10 points and 3 blocks per game, y'all can go and do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. We're so back. We are so back, bro. We're so back because it was looking a little scary for a second and not in a good way.
yeah I was a little worried and I was a little worried by as he low key on both ends. Like of course mostly offensively, but
Yeah.
some of the defensive stuff too. I was like, that's not what I'm used to seeing from her.
Right.
Like
Let's get active,
like
sister.
she's one of the best defenders in the W. Like I expect like there's a level that I'm used to seeing her play at. And I was like, I don't love what I'm seeing, but I agree that she's kind of returned to form, which a slump happens. Like these are pro athletes, but these are still people. Like they'll slump every now and then.
While we're
Yeah.
on the topic of rookies, I just want to say some of you should be ashamed because and I don't even like using this word, but y'all are crashing out over rookie of the month. and I
Oh,
think
girl.
and I think
No,
I think y'all really need to put yourselves in perspective and realize none of this is that serious. Like yes, I think everyone wants to feel validated in their game. I get it. But like it's like at least three of the rookies having phenomenal rookie seasons, and like y'all favorite rookie did not win, when y'all are having like crazy back and forth, and it just does not make sense to me. Like I need everyone to relax. Like realistically, if we really think about all the greatest players in sports history, don't nobody be like, well, they didn't have a rookie of the year award, so they can't be my goat. I
Niggas
just
do not
don't
even be remembering that.
like
Like, what the world?
like people will look at how your rookie season was as a whole, yes, but like don't nobody be like, damn, but she ain't get rookie. They ain't get rookie of the month. Like they wasn't on shit. Like
nah, they wouldn't. They not like that. No,
they
no,
wasn't on shit
because
in May.
this is
That's not my goat.
and see,
Okay.
I didn't even want to bring this up, but since you did, um, people were upset because ESPN did their little awards check-in, which, like we said earlier, we're not even 20 games into the season. Some teams haven't even played 10 games this season, and the ESPN, I'm sorry, the four letter network is talking about um who the favorites are for every award, and they had Kiki Area fan as their rookie of the year currently, and they had Sonia Citron at 2 and Paige Beckers at 3, and people were losing their minds. And let's be honest here, guys, we're a month into the season. When the season is over, nobody's gonna be like, but who? Yeah, but who did they have as rookie of the year? Like during the first week of June, who cares?
I'm screaming.
Who cares? Why do you care? Do y'all like basketball or do y'all like winning arguments?
No, they don't like basketball. I need them to get away from me and my team and my people. Please get away from my sport. I'm tired. I'm tired. And it's objectively, Kiki played better. And her team won more games, guys. It's fine. It's
And
fine.
it's been a
Like
month.
it's like quite
Like it's
literally,
been a month.
Kiki Iriafen is breaking Washington records, bro. Outside of her having to compete against fucking Tina Charles, Asia Wilson, fucking Jacqueline, she was going up and they was treating her like Aaliyah in her rookie year, just going up after vet after vet after vet. And my sister rose to the occasion. Okay, like respectfully, she deserved. We love giving out. The W loves giving out participation trophies. She needed one. Okay, like I'm glad it was the first one. I don't like now. Paige wanna do whatever she wanna do in June,
Oh
fine,
no.
sister. But
This
hello, she deserves
this
something.
this reminds me of how the uh Rookie of the Year awards were last year. Obviously, it's a lot less of a toned down conversation, even though it's still kind of nasty. Like
Oh, last
They
year.
getting
No,
racist.
last
They getting
they're they're
racist
last
they're
year.
now.
they're getting
Last year it
crazy.
was a
But
nightmare. I'm sorry.
no, last year was like incredible in a derogatory way. Um, but it's really just like Paige is putting up incredible numbers, at least like lately. I mean, she's only played one game, but like some of those games before she got hurt was really good too.
Okay,
But
and I
like
feel, speaking of
Kiki is
speaking of, like I feel like the thing that people were missing, they were like, oh, she didn't win rookie of the month. Y'all, she had a concussion.
right.
It's
She missed four.
okay.
She's missed four
She's
games.
it's like it is
uh,
okay. She came back. She came back yesterday. She looked amazing. Like she's going to be, yeah, she's going to be like a star. It's like
Paige
that's
could
not anything that you have to worry about.
Paige could very well run off with this Rookie of the Year award the same way Caitlyn ended up running off with it. But right now, like when you really look at how these two people are playing specifically, and like Jamae said, this is how I felt when it came to Angel last year. Like Angel was putting up a little bit more consistent numbers, and also she was playing against harder competition because all the best majority of the best players in the league are bigs. So like the same way Kiki is going band for band with Asia, Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, whoever, like all these great bigs. Like Angel was doing the same thing last year and playing like very good defense in the same way. So like, yes, I understand that stats are one thing, but we also have to look at who you're going up against. Like she's really looking some of the greatest players in WNBA history in the eye and saying, "Get it out the net." So that's what I don't know. That's yeah. I just need people to relax.
I just it's no, that's serious. That's how she's been paid. And I hate the word fearless in basketball. Like I hate when people are saying like a player is fearless because it's just like bitch, who's scared? Like no, like why are you using that? But also Kiki has really been playing like wrong bitch. Like I don't know. It's been incredible. It's been incredible. Sonya Citron too. Shout out to Sonya Citron. She's been really good too. But man, Kiki. Um, trades. What were your trades, Don?
Oh, let me
Jay on I could see your trade going through Joe though, Jay. I don't want it for JJ because I need her to stay in Dallas so she can carry some tick. But
Yeah.
whatever
Oh,
people.
and I see Mike is in here now, and I just want to say the trade that I named, it had Lee Rue going to Dallas and um Seattle getting Nalissa Smith and JJ Quinterly. That was the trade. But yeah. Don, if you had any more trades. And we did talk aces. It looks bad right now. I'm
Like
not
they
giving up
stink.
on them, but
I
yeah.
won't give
R
up
right
on
right
them
now,
either.
right now it's ugly, and it appears that Asia may be missing a couple games, but we will see. I can't be too worried, but
It's so
yeah.
crazy that the only other great thing I want to say about the Aces is I remember when the Celtics were like struggling in the playoffs and like just doing bullshit. And like eventually I got over it because these niggas was playing hurt or whatever, whatever. But I remember saying like, wow, I can't wait to watch a consistent team and a consistent superstar. And guess what the fuck these niggas been doing since? Making me look stupid. I was like, wow, I get to watch a real team again. And it's dumbass right here. Silly
Okay.
goose. But before I pull up these trades, I just again I want to preface this is for my agendas. You're probably gonna ask, why would that team accept that trade? And my response is, it doesn't matter what they want. This is for me.
I know it's about to be some bullshit. Oh my God.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
What is it? What is let's go.
Oh wait, where is it? All right, first trade. You already see that right there.
What is
The
it?
Shakir Donovan.
Shakira Austin.
Wait, what is it? I don't know how to read this.
Wait, you can't.
Shakira Austin
Please
is going
listen.
to Vegas.
And Shakira Austin's to the Aces.
Okay.
Kirsten Bell and Brittany Sykes to the Storm.
Okay.
And Kia Stokes and Alicia Clark and Lexi Brown to the Mystics. And you're
You're
probably gonna
going
ask,
you're going
hey,
to
hey,
hell, actually. I don't even want to I don't even want to discuss it. You're going to hell. Oh
listen,
my God.
listen.
Brittany Sykes, bro? Come on.
The Storm get one more score. And they are really like, I feel like they band for band with the Liberty and the Lynx for real. Like, I think they could beat one of I feel like they're dark horse championship contenders right now, but I feel like this makes them like we here. So again, you're probably gonna ask, why would Mystics make this trade? I don't know. It's not about them.
Bro, they don't
This is
even have a point.
because
Come on.
this
This
is
is crazy.
because this is because I need a center. The Storm need a two guard, and the Washington has players to get off of it. They got some players to get off of it, and and they got room. Alicia Clark can retire where she got a ring at, and Kia Stokes can do what she got to do. And
Alicia Clark got a ring in Seattle. How you know that lady don't
damn it,
retire
my
there?
bad. Yeah, and then Lexi Brown can get away from Lee Rue because I feel like that's also an issue. So
Oh man.
Lee Rue might be more inclined to stay if the nigga that was mean to her is gone.
Okay, I mean, to be honest though, you send out Alicia Clark. That is a spot for Leah Rue. I can't lie. She does have a little bit of an
You know,
opportunity.
that's fair. It's, even though they've been playing Alicia Clark at the three out of necessity,
I
but
think there's something there. That's insane, bro.
So
This man,
that's my
yeah,
first trade. These
no thought, head empty.
these do not get better.
um, this was the worst one. Oh my God.
I don't know if this is the worst one or not. That's up to your judgment. I don't think they get any better or worse.
Okay, hold on. Let me keep track. Let me keep track. Okay, go
You're
ahead.
probably about to be pissed at this one. Maybe.
Bitch,
I'm
don't be
already looking at. I'm
Sophie Cunningham. Close it. You close it. You fucking close it. You fucking close it.
All right. Chicago Sky gets Sophie Cunningham, Ari McDonald, and Michaela Timpson. I just need the money to work. Y'all get Michaela on your way and Maddie Westbeld.
Yeah.
This is strictly because Chicago needs a guard. This is just my agenda.
it's funny
You
because
gotta you
if
gotta come off
Chicago,
that.
it's funny because if Chicago wants Aaron McDonald, all they gotta do is wait.
That is fair.
Indiana been at the car.
That is
So
fair. But that's this is yeah.
Bro, you
The
so
next
see,
one.
see,
you want me to take on Maddie Westbell? Yeah, bro, you're canceled. You're canceled.
The
You're
next one.
canceled. You're
The
canceled.
the,
And
the,
KK
Conne-
Timpson, you hate me. You hate me, actually.
the Connecticut Sun get Lexi Brown and Kate Lou Samuelson.
This is
They can
gonna be some bullshit. I already
they can fully commit to the tank.
I can tell by how much money is being sent out.
Marina Mabry.
Yes. Seattle gets a two guard.
You know what?
They get a score.
You
See,
know what?
Marina has committed to being uh uh a bright light in the presence of darkness after she was forced to. It was not her decision, so I can't give her too much credit. But she has accepted her role with grace, and this is her reward after a long, hard fought battle of trying to be traded.
Bro.
Yeah, Marina Mabry
Okay.
requested a trade, and Connecticut said, "Yeah, see you at practice."
I'm screaming. Honestly, though, this one is not that egregious, only because Connecticut is terrible.
Yeah, like I can see Connecticut doing it just because like they don't have much to play for. Well, I don't know because they found a way to beat my team. And
Beat
really,
mine too.
and
Beat
really,
mine too.
and
So
really, and really, it was Marina. Like Marina, of course, loses her mind in that game, and we lose. So congrats to her.
yeah,
It was
The
looking it was looking pretty dark to me, but congrats to Marina.
the way
yeah,
the Aces have played, they probably beat mine too.
yeah. Rip
All right.
to our fake contenders.
Fake
Uh,
contenders. That's
Last but not least, and the only reason why this I did not make more is because Dallas did not have Tierra McCown on it for some reason, and yeah, I
You
just
couldn't make a trade without Tierra McCowan.
no, she was getting out of here.
You gonna stop disrespecting my girl?
Golden State
Valkyries get Lee Rue,
Leroux.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
and I just threw it a pick just because it wasn't nothing.
okay.
I just needed to. The Seattle Storm get Julie Van Loo
Bro, how do you keep
and
on
Brandon
throwing Brittany Sykes
Sykes.
in the mix?
You want Brittany Sykes to be moved.
So
because I
bad. What the
because
fuck?
Seattle can use it. Can you imagine you having to decide between do I want Skylar Diggins guarding me or Brittany Sykes? That is so nasty.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you are getting clamped though. Kate Martin,
And then the
Alicia
Mystics
Clark,
get
and
Kate
Lexi
Martin, Alicia Clark, and Lexi Brown.
No, hold on. I
So
think we could do
so
better.
so
You couldn't even send the Mystics, Kayla Thornton.
I think the money would not have worked.
Yeah, because you sending Alicia Clark. Send that, leave that lady where she at.
Well, then Seattle had to send a certain amount of money, so she had to go. And all my Seattle trades, Alicia Clark only had to go because she made the money work. So in real life, it's just WNBA. They need 15 people so I can do more diabolical trades. But I'm forcing people to do things I don't really want them to do because they're the only people making the money work. But Kate Martin gets like I mean, she kind of in a similar situation. Alicia Clark still, you know what I'm saying? She get to do what she got to do, and
They
then
was besties in Vegas. I could allow this one a
and
tiny bit.
then Lexi Brown gets to go to Rose Bar. Um,
No, please.
and Lee Rue gets a fresh start in Golden State because they really do not have a center rotation. At least
They
not
was trolling
nothing.
in the United Nations anyway. This one actually might be your best work. This one might be your best work.
So yeah, they weren't all terroristic, but so yeah, those are my trades. When Tierra McCowan get back on this Dallas one, I will be making up worse things. So thank you for looking at my trades.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you
Mike.
didn't leave Rue to Vegas once.
I couldn't make it work.
Make the money work.
Sammy says Seattle would never help Vegas get better in any scenario.
I mean, they got well. Did they really help them? Honestly, though, Seattle is the only person who is currently benefiting from that trade. So I don't know. Maybe they knew something that we did not.
Well,
Seattle sent us
maybe.
Paul George, and we didn't know.
Not too much on podcast P.
It's funny
This
because it's funny. It's funny that you said Seattle is the only team benefited because yeah, the Sparks and the Aces got the same number of wins.
Ass. That's just ass. I can't.
So,
It's
now
crazy.
The
I
Sparks
will
have
say
three
the
more
Aces.
losses, however.
Yeah, I will say the Aces have played 8 games and the Sparks have played 11. So, and
One of them is not like the other.
yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Bro, did
But
y'all know the
but
Sparks are the
but
third
the
most team?
Sparks, but the Sparks did beat the Aces off a 30 piece from Rickea Jackson, and we almost got out of here without talking about it.
Points were made. Points were made. Rakia Jackson had 15 points, and Kelsey Plum hadn't even had a shot attempt. Is that a formula? Is that a secret to success?
So something that I think LA might need to look into. Now, Kelsey Plum she didn't have a good shooting night. She only took 7 shots, but she didn't have a good shooting night but she was like, look, Rickea got it going. I'm just gonna feed Rickea. And that ended up being the winning formula. She had 30 and 7.
Listen, I remember all last year, them games where Rakiwa had like 10 points in like 5 minutes, and then she'd end the game with like 16. And like it's like, well, why y'all
Yes.
start giving her the ball? It's like I think this year they was like, hey, someone is hot. Maybe we should keep giving her the ball. And it worked.
Bro, Rakia was 4 from 8 from the 3-point line,
I
bro.
was just about,
Like,
I was just about to say I was just about to say she took 8 threes.
maybe the calculator hoops her onto something else.
Because here's the thing, because they're basically saying, look, I understand the MIDI is there. You can't take the MIDI from Rakia. That's one. You can't take it from her, but you say you have to take it all the time though. Like if we can trim this just a little bit, and you can expand this game because we all knew that Rakia could shoot,
Yeah.
but it was like, how comfortable are you taking multiple threes in a game? But
Yeah.
if she's taking 8 threes, I mean, she's not gonna take 8 threes every game. But 4 for 8 from 3, shooting 11 for 17 from the field.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive.
Whew,
Like I
Rakia
said,
Jackson,
even if Kelsey
girl.
or Rakia not having a great game, somebody else is trying to go crazy. De'Arica Hamby, 19, 8, and 7 with 2 steals.
De'Arica is definitely the most consistent of the group. She's like, I don't know what y'all gonna do out here, but I'm a fucking hoop. Y'all figure out what else y'all got going on. I got me.
I feel like she's always had the I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win in her, and I think that's why she's consistent. Like, and I respect that a lot when it comes to her. Like, if they just
Yeah.
need her to be like just defend and rebound today, she gonna do it. If they need her to get some buckets, she gonna do it. But she's pretty like I feel like on a day-to-day expectation, I know what I'm getting, but uh that Kelsey, I don't know. And that's why they're a little more interesting.
And Azare
Uh,
quietly having like Azare is quietly like becoming a superstar. Which like I feel like her build and just like her skill set she should be, but like
yeah, she
obviously
has
like
a
she
yeah,
doesn't get a lot of
very
tick.
versatile.
But yeah, I agree,
Yeah,
Sammy. It has to be Rakia and Azare. De'Erica gonna get hers. I feel like KP, it's like it's only KP time when you proven in those first couple of shots that it's KP time. If you ain't got it, sister, let's
and I feel like KP has kind of been square pegged a little bit. because they have her initiating the offense a lot, and I don't think she's a point guard. Like they did not start her at point guard yesterday. They started Odyssey and they started KP at the two, and be that might be the way to go.
I said KP got gravity, not
Yeah,
assist.
right.
Use it,
She does,
girl.
and that's the
That
thing.
hurt.
See,
Listen,
that's the thing about Kelsey Plum that I think LA can use to their advantage is the gravity on the drives.
Yeah.
she is one of the
Because
best downhill
KP,
threats I have ever
yeah,
seen.
yeah, KP gonna put her head down. She gonna get to the rim. So if KP is driving, that's gonna that opens up them lanes. That opens up them jumpers for somebody. Even if Rakia is still covered,
Mm-hmm.
it's opening up for somebody. So that could be the formula. Odyssey Sims only took 2 shots yesterday, but they won her minutes. So
I
I I don't. She's probably going to be a low usage scorer. I do think they'll use her a lot as a distributor. When they
like I
run
can't.
Odyssey, it's a whole different team. KP, yeah, no, KP is a two. Period. Like, this is one in the title with KP playing the two. It's not a coincidence. She's not an offense initiator. She can pass, but that'll make you a point guard.
Mike, I can't let you get away with saying that the Sparks find ways to win in multiple ways because they only have 4 wins. And the teams that they beat fucking stink, including us.
Now,
They are they
to be fair, to be fair, Rikia
That
had
is
30
true.
yesterday. They won a game when KP had 37.
They did. As a Ray had
So,
that 30
I mean,
piece
yeah,
or
they have
25
won in
and
different, like
20.
they ain't won but 4 games, but they have won in different ways when they win. Now
it's just if
it just
I'm
so
looking
happens that
if
they've been
I'm
doing a
looking at
lot of losing.
I don't know. It's like technically you're correct, but KP flexing on an expansion team, them whooping on the Sky, and then whooping on Dallas, and then whooping on us. It's just not.
But that's the thing though. It's like,
You got to play who in
yeah,
front of you.
and also something that LA has, they got lineup versatility. Like
Yes.
they can run different schemes depending on who's on the floor.
I do respect that about Lynn Roberts. She's another coach who just like I'm gonna just throw somebody out there. I don't know if it's working or not, but look, if this ain't working, I'm gonna throw this person out there. This ain't working, I'm gonna throw this person out there. She still ain't gave Sanaya Fagan no burn. I'm gonna let her have it, but I am watching her. I am watching her, but I do respect her for her lineup versatility.
Sammy says, do you guys think Azure will have to leave next year with Cam Brink coming back, or will they send her back to the bench?
That's a person who we need to be having allegations about leaving. Who should be expecting a bigger role? Okay, Azure, go get you some money, sister. When Azure is back in Chicago, I'll know something.
That would be very funny. That would be very funny
Mhm.
considering she's probably like where do you play her? You play her at a four?
Shit, you
Does
can play
Cam
her with
Brink have
either.
a does Cam
You
Brink
can
have a
play her with either
timetable of
one.
return?
I don't know. I think they initially thought she was gonna be back this month, like early in the next couple of weeks, like this week or so. But it seems like she's still being cautious. So I'm gonna maybe pitch her in for July.
I hope I'm ready for it. That first foul she pick up might give her a stand ovation. Like
I'm
my girl is
screaming because you know
my
she gonna
girl
have one.
my
Foul
girl
is
is
crazy.
back. When that girl foul out, boy, we are so back.
No,
Five
Azure,
fouls and fouling out, we're so back, girl.
I'm screaming.
Or
Azure
five
could play
blocks.
with either Angel or Camilla though. I think she works. She's
Yeah,
there golden,
I do think
better.
you can Azure at the four could open up Angel at the 5 lineups. I think
Yes. Yes.
defensively more so. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Are are all hearts and minds clear?
I was gonna say, have we talked about everybody? Not really, but we don't need to.
Now we ain't got to talk about everybody. We ain't got to.
I think
So wait,
No,
Sammy is implying that Ray should come to Vegas.
greedy. We all know
So,
anything black
so she can
greed.
get that free 100K.
everybody can use 100K. You can't use 100K.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny. Hey, I need 12 other teams to get in on that 100K thing.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so shocked the city of Indianapolis is not opening up their pocketbook. I'm shocked.
Y'all get involved. I don't know
Because I
who in the city of Atlanta need to get that taken care of, but
2 Chainz, where are you?
I think these other owners be like, why would I give this to the players when I can keep this myself?
and that's the problem.
These owners
And
are
that's the
fucking
problem.
greedy. They ain't want to even open their pockets for planes. These niggas not want to give money to more. These niggas don't want to give a free 100K, a free 100K, and I already got to pay you a contract.
It's funny because the Aces are like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is a sponsor from the city. This has nothing to do with us.
And then mayor said, "Yeah, I just wanted them to get some money. They are representing my city well. They are actually. They're doing a lot of
They
PR
are.
for me."
They want to
So,
title.
um, the last thing
Mark,
I want to say is that I am officially better than both of y'all because Aaliyah Boston has signed my hat. So I'm in fact better than actually everybody on the stream right now.
when the
Everybody
fuck did this
watching this
happen?
video.
Oh, when you went to go see the
Yeah,
Chicago.
she went to
When
she went to
you
the
guys
game
see it,
in
you know, wait,
Chicago.
which side is it on?
Well,
The
I just want to
Peacock
say
logo. I'm better
on
than you
the
guys.
this does not help your industry plan allegations. So
I actually can't. You know what? I have to accept them at this point because they've been working really well. They've been working really well. Dewana Bonner is such a nice woman. Ariel Atkins, very nice. Um,
how long did you talk to them?
briefly, just very brief little
You a
convo.
That's
damn.
cool.
I you was something else. I tell you that much. I need you to use them. I need you to use them industry plan powers in uh in Indianapolis. I can't wait till we all try to go somewhere and they only invite Jamae and don't invite us. Jamae be
I'm
like, can y'all
They'd be like, nah, it's cool. It's cool.
can y'all just wait outside? And we
Yeah,
just
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
How long you think gonna be in there? Oh, only been there a couple minutes.
I wouldn't leave y'all out. I would definitely get y'all in.
I'll be like,
Mike said, tell all
I
y'all
don't know.
teams to come tap in with my wings. Everyone not named Paige and Maddie is on the block. We love JJ, but it's for the greater good.
That's crazy, Mike. That is insane.
Hey, Mike, I don't know if Lou is still in here either, but every year when WNBA Live, Shakira Austin is always doing interviews. I will be asking her, does she like Dallas barbecue? I got you. I will be at how do you feel?
You need to ask her if she likes Tex-Mex. That's the thing,
Oh,
Tex-Mex.
that's the thing. Yeah, do you like Tex-Mex? That's how they reel them in.
Like, how do you feel about Tex-Mex?
This is insane. Good for Skier though. Oh, all right. No, I don't have anything else. Seriously.
Hearts and minds are clear over it.
Well, this has been another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don,
I'm Jamae.
And I'm JayTrent.
and we are out.
And that was fun.
That was one of our favorite episodes.